It's Carnival, but different, and the parades were the first thing to be canceled.
This year, there's also no Rex and no King Zulu. So that means for Carnival 2021, the houses are king.
Channel 4 presents an Eye on Carnival special, House Floats on Parade.
Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. I'm Katie Moore.
And I'm Cherise Gibson. It's the biggest feature of our COVID Carnival, thousands of house floats.
Amazing. And they're not just here. They're popping up everywhere. People love Mardi Gras and New Orleans. And they're just as diverse as they are widespread.
And so beautiful. Tonight, our field correspondent Jade Cunningham getting up close and personal with the house floats for us. So as a fun way to kick things off, she walks us through a typical parade day when we can have real parades by way of what you might be eating.
Don't you hear that alarm clock?
Get on out of that bed because it is Mardi Gras and we have a big day of parades. And as the great Danny Barker would say, if I only had a dollar. I just finished some delicious ham and eggs and now I'm craving something sweet. And what better than a moon pie on the parade route? You can see at the Real House Floats of Old Metairie, they have a sign that says, some yaks say shoot for the stars, but darling, my eyes on a moon pie. Picture a scene on Mardi Gras. Orleans Avenue is filled with people. Houses are decorated and there is so much excitement in the air. But boy, I could really use something sweet. Oh man, I'm feeling a little bit sluggish. I might as well enjoy a nice cup of coffee. And what goes better with coffee than a delicious cannoli? Well, come here to this house float. At least it'll help me put up with the crew of Chad, right? After so much fun catching some throws, it is chilly out here, so I could really use something nice and hot. So why not head on over to Leah Chase's, where you can get a bowl of gumbo, crawfish etouffee, or fried chicken. After a big day of parades, I'm ready to eat like royalty. So come to Commander's Palace or Pete's Blue Heaven, where you might even see some. Excuse me, table for one, please. Oh, I am stuffed, but if you can believe it or not, I got room for one more thing. You can close the bars, you can shut down Bourbon Street, and you can clear the underpass, but you can't cancel King Cake.
Happy Mardi Gras! Looks delicious. With no floats to build, the Mardi Gras makers who earn a living creating Carnival have found a lifeline in the crew of house floats. Colin Ferguson and Kat Todd from Where We Are show us some of the most artistic floats.
Hey, we're over here on State Street and we're going to show you one of our favorite house floats. This one is Sunday Afternoon on the Fly. It's styled after George Seurat's most famous painting, Sunday Afternoon on the Island of Grand Jatte.
I love this painting because number one, it's one of the very few paintings that is actually a house float, and the fact that it's super inclusive of all of our favorite Mardi Gras characters. So we've got a Pussyfooter, we got a Rollin' Elvi, we got a Barkus, we got a 6'10" Stomper, we got an organ grinder, and my very favorite, the Lady Godivas.
For our next float, we're over here in the Broadmoor having a look at Brent Housinga's Nancy the Girl.
Brent's style is really cool. So he's a self-described whiz with an X-Acto knife. He cuts stencils out of all of his artwork and then transposes that onto whatever canvas he is working with at the time in his house. I have to say, I love the volume in her hair. I wish I had that kind of style.
A fun fact is you can also see another one of Nancy that just went up on Magazine and Race.
Welcome to the Women of Light Sharing Hope. This is a project of the crew of Red Beans and the Hire a Mardi Gras Artist Initiative, designed by Caroline Thomas.
This float was crowdfunded by the Sisters of Lady of the Lantern and Mary Lou, and it was meant to celebrate all of the women who brought hope and humanity to the world during this time. One of the great things that we like is that you can come here, you can get a sticker, and you can add a name of one of the women that you want to celebrate and become part of this living float experience. For our last house float, we wanted to take you to one of mine and Kat's favorites. This is Acadiana Hayride. It is one of the winners of the Hire Mardi Gras Artist efforts, and these guys won a house float.
One of the most wonderful things that we love about Cajun culture is that music, food, and even alligator hunting gets passed down through the generations. This is our last stop in the Where You Art tour of the house floats, but there are many, many others out in the city. Get out there and go check them out. Happy Carnival and laissez les bon temps rouler.
Happy Carnival, y'all.
Laissez les bon temps rouler. I love the creativity of our New Orleanians. Now, many credit the spark for this explosion of house floats excitement to a Facebook post by a woman in Algiers Point. The crew has dubbed Megan Boudreau their admiral, and as Jade shows us, she has a house float fit for the high seas.
All right, everybody, we are setting sail on the maiden voyage of the crew of house floats. So, of course, we needed to talk to its captain, if you will, Megan Boudreau. Happy Carnival!
Happy Carnival!
You are the inspiration behind this. Round of applause for you.
Thank you.
How are you right now? I mean, this is exciting.
I am completely overwhelmed. Everybody's just been so happy, so supportive. It's been kind of a crazy roller coaster, but we're going along for the ride and having a good time.
And everyone we've talked to, of course, has a smile on their face. They're excited about it. So mission accomplished. This is also a fundraiser.
Yes. We here in New Orleans obviously understand that Mardi Gras isn't really free and that all the pandemic restrictions have hit really hard with our service industry folks, our musicians, our culture bearers who really make New Orleans special. And so we are raising money to support community organizations that support the culture bearers of New Orleans.
All right, perfect. I don't know how do you send off or salute a captain? Ahoy, ahoy mate, I'm not sure, but we are going to set sail to the next float.
Amazing. Well, some are discovering hidden talents thanks to the new crew. Another couple in Algiers Point say they'd never tried paper mache before, but after a class organized by the crew of house floats, they've been on a creative binge with new features or horrors actually appearing almost daily.
2020 was literally a dumpster fire, and I know we are all ready to move past it, but if one great thing came out of it, it is this crew of house floats display. We are here with Corey and John, the masterminds behind this. This is amazing.
Thank you.
So, John, walk us through this display. Tell us about it.
Well, we got Seymour, and he wants to be fed, and he basically ate 2020. He took all our money. We got the murder hornet that came. We got the toilet paper shortage of 2020, the virus, the dumpster fire. It's just all kind of one big.
You summed it up quite nicely.
Yeah.
You can't forget the toilet paper roll. I mean, that was a crisis in of itself.
There
right?
were so many things we couldn't put it all. We couldn't do it all.
What do you hope to accomplish with this display? I mean, obviously a lot of people walk by and love it, but what do you guys hope to accomplish?
Oh, we were just having fun.
Really, we were.
Just trying to get through it.
We really didn't expect just such a huge turnout over it. But
do you think that 2021 will be better?
Yes, yes, it will. Please. We are optimistic. Please. It will be better.
We have to be optimistic. 2020 was exactly like that display, a dumpster fire, and thankfully the murder hornets really didn't take over in 2020. Well, like any good crew, you've got to have a grand marshal. I am so excited about this one. It's been possible to find a better character to carry the scepter. You got to check this out. If you can believe it, the Queen Diva herself, Big Frida. Thank you so much for joining us.
You already know.
Yeah, look,
thanks for having me.
I almost released my wiggle.
Okay, yes, like the grandmothers.
Like the grandmothers. And speaking of the crew of house floats, we are in front of a house that is dedicated to you.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. Queen of Bounce, Bounce, Bounce House. Yes, I love it.
Release your wiggle. The grandmothers that are bending over, releasing their wiggle and twerking for us.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think about this Mardi Gras this year? This is a socially distanced Mardi Gras. This is one probably like you've never done before, right?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, we have to adjust to what's happening in the world right now. And for me, I'm just happy that we're able to get outside and do something versus being stuck inside.
I know. And what are your plans on Mardi Gras Day?
So Mardi Gras, basically, you know, I'm gonna do whatever everybody else doing, you know, following the rules, wearing my mask, go and view the houses, you know, maybe have the bike ride. I'm just be out partying and, you know, trying to turn up as much as I can socially distant.
Doesn't that look great? Do you think it's a perfect depiction of you?
It is.
They went all out.
They went all out.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
It's of course not Mardi Gras without Zulu, and Zulu is playing a role in the house floats as well. Joining us to talk about that is City Council member Jay Banks. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, happy Mardi Gras. How you doing?
Happy Mardi Gras to you too. Talk about this fantastic house float that you have here.
Well, let me tell you, this depicts the Zulu King. Now, I had the honor of being King Zulu in 2016, so we certainly did want Zulu to be represented, and it's befitting that the king is represented at a king's house. So I'm just so excited the way it came out. I think it's beautiful, and there have been a lot of people passing to see it. So I'm very, very excited about this.
So what are you hearing from other members of Zulu about the house floats? Are they participating? Are they getting in on it too?
I know that there are two others. I know that Brian Noctarolia, his house is decorated with the walking groups of Zulu. And I know that Chris Wara, who's the reigning Big Shot, his house is decorated with Big Shot motif. So I do know those two. Now, there are probably others that I don't know yet, but I do know that we have others that are represented. Mardi Gras is New Orleans, and New Orleans is having Mardi Gras.
All right, Councilmember Jay Banks, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, and happy Mardi Gras.
The crew of House Floats is also a big fundraiser, and you can read more about that on our website.
You definitely want to do that, and you definitely want to stay tuned. Coming up, some of the biggest house floats. We take you behind the gates of Jurassic Park for a closer look at Dyna Graw.
Plus, there's no problema in the Marigny as House Floats on Parade continues.
So, Katie, in a normal year, Uptown parades would be rolling past the grandest mansions in the Crescent City.
Yeah, well, this year, St. Charles Avenue is where you'll find the grandest of house floats. Mardi Gras jesters are grinning away, and giant bees wearing jester hats, too, drinking nectar from a 10-foot flower.
If you go a little further down, you'll find giraffes towering over an entire circus, but one display is so fantastic, it wouldn't fit under the big top.
Okay, so I was headed down St. Charles Avenue and I came across something dino-rific. It is Dyna Graw and it is absolutely out of this world. We had to get more information, so joining us is Frances Fayard. Happy Mardi Gras, happy Carnival. This is stunning.
Well, thank you, Jade. When we first heard about the House Float project, we just couldn't wait to participate. We thought, what a great idea to get our creative artists and float designers back to work. And we are just amazed by the excitement for house floats. The smiles that we see every day is just so rewarding.
I have to ask, because nothing goes better with Carnival than dinosaurs. Why dinosaurs?
So we picked dinosaurs because dinosaurs are amazing animals, and Mardi Gras is all about magical fun and excitement. So
they're stunning. I mean, then the detail is just out of this world. Do you have a favorite?
He's my favorite. This one right here.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because the size, I like his expression. He's kind of, you know, not scary.
I was gonna say, he is kind of giving me the evil eye a little bit, so thank you so much for letting us into your home and showing us this display. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jade.
It seems like everyone is competing for who has the biggest and the best Mardi Gras float displays. Now, Marrero is a long way from that Uptown Parade route we just showed you, but we found a scene there that looks exactly the same. But the twist here, it's not about the parades themselves, but the crowds.
Well, we are here on our very own personal parade route here in Marrero, where the crew of House Floats is being taken to another level. I am so excited to be here with John and Rhonda Combell. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Happy Carnival.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, right?
Absolutely.
I have so many questions about this display. This is truly spectacular. First off, where did all these mannequins come from?
Well, we keep them in the storage and use them for different things, Easter and everything else. But we had to bring them out for Mardi Gras this year.
So you guys started setting this up and it just kind of built from there. How did this kind of all start?
Well, every year we decorate. Just this year we went a little bit overboard, you know, because when we ride in the parade, there is no place for us to pee on Mardi Gras Day, okay? So the portalette came out and all the trash came out. And we just kept thinking of things every day, you know. Everybody has a barbecue pit, everybody has an LSU ice chest, you know, and we just come out and support Mardi Gras.
All right, well, I think it's time to put the hot dogs on the grill. I might have to run and use that portalet really quickly, but you know, thank you guys so much for inviting us to your parade route.
Thank you, and happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras is right. And we mentioned the worldwide reach of the crew of house floats. Just check out the map. We tracked one down nearly 8,000 miles away in Abu Dhabi. Molly Brown is a teacher from New Orleans, and she tells us what she created and why she was inspired to participate from the other side of the globe.
In the desert scene that I painted like a little oasis, and in the palm trees, I spent like not like a lot of time, but I spent time like putting the beads in the palm trees. And like as I was doing this, I kind of caught a feeling, because like everyone loves the trees after a parade, you know, just seeing, you know, the beads, and it's just so beautiful. And like, so as I was doing it, I was like, you know,
does this make you homesick a little bit?
Oh, very much. But in a way, like it makes it seem closer.
So I absolutely love that. Mardi Gras celebrated all over the world, and that's how you know that no matter what happened, we are still going to push through this. Well, we still have plenty of house floats to show you.
We can't get to them all. There are thousands, and there are more being built right now.
But we do want to focus on some of the themes, and we're especially fond of the Irish Channel, where they're channel surfing.
And then you have the Marigny, where the theme is essentially anything goes. We know every year Carnival crews typically choose a theme each year, and for the crew of house floats, each neighborhood is choosing a theme. It's a garden party in the Garden District, and you have St. Rock and Roll over in St. Rock, and as Jade shows us in the Irish Channel, they're channel surfing.
All right, with no Mardi Gras parades, let's see what's on TV.
Sure, let's roll.
From shark facts to life-size shark heads, it is Shark Week in the Irish Channel, where we are learning everything about sharks.
That might be just a little bit too scary for the little one.
I thought Shark Week was in August anyway.
Strike first, strike hard. No mercy, Mardi Gras never dies.
No more, Sensei.
I'll take Quarantini for 400.
All right, contestants, for 400, how is New Orleans celebrating Mardi Gras?
Jeopardy without Alex Trebek is like Mardi Gras without parades.
I know, it's just not the same. Let's see what else is on.
Bold color, bold fashions, bold decade, when pop was never more popular. Who doesn't love the 90s?
How you doing?
Well, what do you think of the 90s, huh?
He wasn't there.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I think My Little Pony has definitely changed from when I was a kid. You know, with all these shows, it's just too hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah, let's just go have some king cake.
Oh, that was amazing. It really was. All right, when it comes to themes, other neighborhoods are harder to pin down here. If you've ever experienced Mardi Gras, the Marigny, you know there is no telling what you'll run into. Trust me, I know. So they said, theme, we don't need no stinking theme, and let the creativity and the offbeat sense of humor just run wild. Check out what Jade found on a quick stroll.
We are here in the Marigny, which typically is a hot spot during a normal Mardi Gras. There's vibrant costumes, people, and all around is a good time. There are so many Mardi Gras makers who live in the Marigny, which is why the crew of house floats does not disappoint. And the best part is, it can all be seen on foot. Make sure to stop at Never Never Land, where you can see mermaids, Wendy, and even Peter Pan's shadow. If you listen carefully, you might just hear the Lost Boys, because you want to glow up, not grow up. There is so much creativity swimming around the Marigny. Prime example, a fish float. And if you're looking for a little humor, you don't have to look very far. No problema. Come to the Llama House, where you can read a few puns. It's sure to make you leave with a smile on your face. Happy Mardi Gras, everyone.
Seeing all these house floats definitely puts a smile on my face, and we have more house floats on parade after this.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at some of the more colorful and creative ways that people are celebrating this very different Mardi Gras with house floats.
And guess what? It's not too late to get into the carnival spirit. Decorate yours and be sure to share your pictures with us. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Mardi Gras, y'all.
Yeah.